Hello everybody, how is it going? This is the collective daily reading for the last day of the teens before we step into the roaring 20s, but it's also timeless, so wherever you're called to watch it in time, let me know what brought you here. So this is for December 31st, 2019. Again, last day of this year, last day of this decade. We're stepping into the roaring 20s. We're going to make it our freaking own. I was shuffling the cards. I went to do the January readings, well, the first half of January readings for the astrological signs, and then I was going to do the annual. And guess what I got done? I got done half of one. Half of Aries was done before I shut everything off and went and had, just a huge purge session. I mean that in a very metaphysical way, and I thought I was going crazy. I was reaching out to what I consider to be my social council, and it turns out absolutely everybody and their brother is experiencing some sort of purge today or the last few days, and well, they're experiencing a lot of what you would consider ascension issues. So this funk that you have been feeling, because I'm recording this on the 31st, the tail end of the day, if you're having one of those things, one of those days where everything is just setting you off, you're in good company. Like, it was not a big thing that had made me become unglued earlier. But that being said, what is going on? So I'm shuffling the cards. I wasn't using these. I was using these tonight, not when I was doing half of Aries before I turned everything off. Magical messages from the fairies oracle cards. First card that stood out to me, made itself known. Everything's okay. Can you imagine my incredulous look when I first saw that? Like, it was an audible noise that I did not have control over, which was great because you want to know what came out next? You Got the Power, and we went to the Snap song. Remember the early 90s song? I'm probably aging myself here. If you don't know that song, look it up. Maybe you saw it on Bruce Almighty. And then Connect with Nature, marriage. Now, not saying that you're going to get married. Yes, there are always people who are getting married. Yes, people are getting engaged, but this is about commitment. Walk away. What commitments or what committed relationships are you walking away from? Are friends, family, lovers, what are you walking away from that no longer fits, is on your vibrational wavelength? Vegetarian, not telling you what to eat or how to eat, nor do I care about any of that. That's not what any of this is about. You are getting on a higher vibration. Your body, you're doing that purge, you're going to feel it, and it's all about clearing the pathway so you can have this new connection with the nature around you. Oh, by the way, since you are going to be feeling out of sorts, it is imperative that you reach out to people of your social circle that you consider counsel, that is somebody who's going to bring you up. Unload to them. Unload to people who make you feel safe with it, who you know that you can trust. Also, if you are connecting with nature, this is extra effort in grounding yourself, which you are going to need to make that. And I'm not saying if weather doesn't permit to go do this, regardless, I'm not trying to get you to have frostbite on anything. I'm not trying to get you to get hypothermia. And I'm also not trying to get you to burn your feet wherever you are pulled to in time to watch this, or if you happen to be in the desert. You know what I'm saying? If weather permits, go outside and get grounded. Hold something that is going to be grounding for you. If you're holding a rock, make sure you don't throw it at anyone or anything, because we don't need lawsuits. Just going to put it out there. You are walking away from commitments from either friends, family, or lovers, or even job commitments, or even lifestyle commitments. You're doing a huge pivot in time with something that you have spent a lot of time and investment in, and that is perfectly okay. This is no longer healthy or resonant to who you are as a person and where you're going along this life path. So you have to take that brave moment and learn to walk away. Learn to put in that barrier peacefully. So this can go do whatever it wants to do, and you can go do what you know that you have to do. This is all about leveling up for you. It's not saying that this isn't, beneath you. It's not beneath you. Nothing's beneath you. It's just not connecting anymore with you. Now, if this changes and it reconnects with you down the road, so be it. But we're talking about what is in your best interest right now. So, where are we going to next? Not feeling that one anymore. I want to go to regular rider weight. Whoa. Oh, hey to all my new subscribers. How's it going? Thank you for, showing up. And to everyone who's been here from the start, thank you for showing up on a daily basis. Thank you for all your likes, your share, the subscriptions again. And, reaching out, saying hello, let me know where you are in the world. St. Albans, Vermont. It's a pretty awesome little city. All right, whoa. Don't be afraid of the cards that come out or how they lay. It's how your story marries as a whole. Even though I'm not trying to read the whole or half the deck even. Let's see what wants to come out. Okay, well, let's see. Okay. Death card. Not saying you're about to die. This is endings and beginnings. Oh, let's see. Ooh, Page of Pentacles. So far we have both cards upright. I'm loving it. All right, come on, come on, come on. All right, so new investments being made, but this is going to cause some opposition, and this is going to be you being on the very high defense. You don't need to be defensive about anything. What is making you defensive about your choices and your decision? Why do you feel like you need to prove yourself to those that are around you, to your group, to your social circle, or who are you looking up to that is making you feel small in this moment? This is something that you have to pull away from. You have nothing to stand up for. You have nothing to fight for with this. This is either accept as is and, well, let's move along, or you can go F yourself. Pretty much there. I don't care what the dynamic is. Authenticity or bust. Ooh, God damn it. Seriously? Guys, you're stepping up to the change, ready for a battle. You're going to get exactly what you expected. This is like a controlled demolition for you. You're expecting this to fall away and to have a fight, so that is exactly what you're going to get with this. You don't need to hide anything about yourself. There's nothing that is shameful about you, and yet you are still holding back your insights, holding back exactly where you want to take this. It's like you're being super secretive because you don't want other people to sabotage it, but you're not being transparent or clear, or you're not being completely honest with where you're going. So this is like a controlled demolition. I really want you to see this as an opportunity to display tough love, or you can look at it as cruel to be kind. I like the song. The reality of it, not so much. It doesn't have to be aggressive. It doesn't have to be something where you are stepping on a battlefield. Put in your boundaries. If people are not respecting it, or if they're trying to influence it with what they perceive to be best for you, I'm saying this in a very metaphorical way, off of their heads. You are purging so many things right now. You are truly at this new beginning. You really have to honor it. Life has been giving you all these ascension symptoms and all of these emotional upheavals and all these little exit points to step away from the situation. Why don't you honor it? You're really holding yourself back when you don't need to. There's nothing in front of you. There's nothing that you need to hide. This is a small investment that is going to bloom into something absolutely amazing for you. But assertiveness is going to be called for, boundaries, and a lot of mental clarity. All right, you are dealing with a lot of anguish with this. Stop it. It doesn't need to be like this. It's kind of like, okay, so I'm naturally an anxious person, and I constantly am thinking of what could go wrong. I'm training myself not to, but this is something that occurs very naturally, which means that If you're like me, you are punishing yourself before something actually happens, which means that if something does happen, then you punish yourself twice. Wait until you get to the bridge before you even start to cross it. Look and see what is actually on it, and try and remain in the real moment. This is where grounding comes in. You don't need to look so far down the road and think of all the ways that this can go wrong. This is unfolding every second that it is. Okay, what do I mean to say with this? You're calling in this future moment into the present every single moment. There is no future. This moment that is coming in is exactly how you're creating it, which means that it is very easy to, in a positive way, don't look at this negative, manipulate into what you perceive to be your best future, not for someone else. You don't want that karma on you. This is about for you and where your potential lies and how big you can personally get with this. It's self-ish to know yourself and to know how you're evolving, not to anyone else's detriment. God, the 20s are going to be really fucking crazy, aren't they? All right, let's see. Actually, I'm still pulled to the right or wait. So what else does this deck want to tell us? Again, don't worry about the cards, how they lay. It's how the story marries as a whole. And again, your individual storyline is going to be a lot more in-depth and intense to your personal path because you're an individual. If this made sense to all the people on the planet, I wouldn't want to read for it. That'd be a hell no. Okay. And I want this one. You're standing out. I want you. You know I want you so bad. It's driving me mad. Okay, seriously? Okay. Not you. Wait. All right, you want to see what came out? I got you, boo, I got you. This is really cool. So this is the party, this is reconciliation, and this is saying that the discomfort and the moving on, it's going to involve that little minute feeling of rejection. Rejection from something you invested so much time and effort into, and rejection from either friends, family, or lovers. It doesn't matter the dynamic. Even if it's a career, you're going to have to feel that twinge of discomfort and pain to move into something better. This is going to be something where you can really appreciate the good when it actually does happen. And then we have the Four of Cups and the Eight of Cups, both in reverse. So this is what I'm getting from this is focusing on directly in front of you, focusing on exactly where you're going, being very clear and deliberate in what you want, and also not running away. You're not running away from what can be considered a slightly difficult and slightly uncomfortable path. Change is always necessary and always uncomfortable. Don't forget to enjoy the moment, but the point is not to loiter there. Fast moving, but this does not equate to running away. Once you say yes and surrender to this new path, things are gonna unfold just like that. And again, we were talking the other day about being humbled, being the student, and that is exactly where we are, but the student is fast tracking, but I'm meaning that in a non-physical way. This is about intellectual, mental clarity, and this is about opportunities all coming in, but please work on not overwhelming yourself. Again, with this new change, you're going to want to say yes to absolutely everything, and that is going to be something that you're going to start to overwhelm yourself with, which will be another weight that'll, where's the straw that breaks the camel's back on this one? We don't want to get there again. We just experienced that. Judgment is over. karmic balances are all paid off, and you're seeing everything in, just kind of being actualized. Does that make sense? So moving is going to be a huge thing for everyone, whether it is a physical move or whether this is simply moving on. And maybe this might involve you cutting off contact with some people who you just have this unhealthy weakness to, you know, like you just, when you're around them, all bets are off. It's like a weakness of yours. Codependency issues. You have to get away from that. But the feeling of rejection, the feeling of failure in this, it's going to be very short-lived. Look at what you're stepping into. This was the final card that came out from this pull. This is happy mind, body, spirit. This is all 10 cups filled. It doesn't get any better than this. This is exactly where you want to go. It's not going to, you know, the path isn't going to be without bumps and bruises, but as a general, this is going to be a long-winded, happy path for you. Say yes and surrender to wherever life is pulling you, as long as it's not to, again, the detriment of someone else. It's not a toxic situation, and also it's not going to be illegal. I'm not supporting that. This is what we got the second time around. So now, homeboys and homegirls. Let's see. No. All right. So, notes from the universe on love and connection from Mike Dooley. Yeah. Really? Oh, man. Okay. No, half the deck didn't fall. More like 2/3 or 3/4 of the deck just fell on the floor. Now, sit back and relax. I'm going to read every single one of them. You laugh. I would do that. Just not now. Don't look at me like that. You glow, we beam. Thanks, the universe. Pucker up, buttercup. And I always take that as kind of a snide thing. You will be surprised. Oh, fabulous. Fabulous. What about this? Isn't surprising. Sometimes the good is hidden. Yeah, you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the next step in front of you, Captain Sassy Pants. All right, okay. This is what I want. Oh, you know what to do. Earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. Sometimes the good is hidden. You will be surprised. Pucker up, buttercup. You glow, we beam. Thanks. In case anyone should ask, your heart isn't so large because of your wings. It's your wings that are so large because of your heart. Sometimes loving so much can be pretty heavy. You guys ever have that when somebody behaves in such a way and they're like, it's just because I love you? Do you ever want to look at them and just be like, yeah, well, your love sucks. I don't want it. Go love something else. I'm done here. Thanks for all you've shared. The universe. P.S. It's just one of those nutty body algorithm things. Pucker up, buttercup. Being fair and reasonable will earn you respect and admiration. But being genuinely kind will make you a total love magnet. Go for the love magnet, the universe. Sure, let's do this. You will be surprised. I think that's like the newest element. Ask with love, and their answer may surprise you. Yet, whatever their answer, be happy. This may surprise them. Hi, it's love, and I, the universe. What I love about love is either it will last forever or it'll be over. And that over is going to lead you to something that is more suiting for you. You will never go without something that is meant for you, no matter what. You're meant to go through heartache, hard times. You're meant to go through all those things, but only for a minute, because it gives you contrast in the greatness that lies up ahead. And the bigger the swing, the better. The more grateful you'll be, the more of an impact they'll make in your life. I want you to appreciate the hard times, because when you see how low things can get and you see how you can survive and you can clear it out and you can heal from it, imagine what the opposite of that is, how great things can be, and not worry about the other shoe dropping. Just because something bad happened doesn't mean that something bad will always happen, but it'll make you appreciate the good and the great times. It will. Not wrong. Find the good in what is said or asked. It's always there. Like, always. Even if they don't mean it for it to be there. Sure, lucky yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. I've got the lovely... Okay. The cat. In all battles of the heart over the mind, go with your heart, because truly it's a lot easier for your mind to catch up with your heart than for your heart to catch up with your mind. A whole lot. Like a shit ton. A lot. Not that I don't love your mind. It's a beautiful mind. The universe. Never regret love, no matter how blind it improved your vision. No matter how foolish it made you wiser. No matter how generous it made you more. Hubba hubba, the universe. What? You know, I go hubba hubba is more of like a sexual thing. This doesn't feel like it should be sexual, but you know what? Go for it. Get your freak on. All right, let's see. We're gonna not finish this reading off yet. Hold on. No. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's how I pick them. It's this weird magnetic pull. It doesn't make sense, but it's how I pick the decks and the cards. And again, I know that there are readers who only use one deck, and that's perfectly fine. I love using multiple decks. I love all the artistry. I love how different signs and symbols can kick up different storylines. I love how the same people can have the same, I love how different people can have the same cards, totally different storyline. These little psychic insights and intuitive jump off points are just, it's magic, and I love it. Release. You're protected throughout this entire purge and release. Even if you feel like you're alone, if you're isolated, understand that you are not, and you don't need to go and cut off the entire world. Hold on. No? Come on, where is it? Another vegan and vegetarian card. All right, homeboys and homegirls. Only talk about yourself and you and your future in the positive. I don't care what the shitstorm was before. And, you know, that's really actually difficult to say. Of course, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I don't want you to go through anything and suffer. I don't want that for you. But understand, I want you to take what you went through. Realize that you survived and that you're still here and that you're still moving forward. That being known, you surviving every single one of your bad days and every one of your heartaches, everything. Only speak about yourself and your future in the positive tense, in the positive sense. And let's see. Be very deliberate in the words that you are using. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities in the audible form. You are very guided and protected in this. The cat's batting around something. You are very protected and released in this purge session. As painful as it is, you are releasing so many things, and also it is going to take that weight off of you that you didn't even realize that you were carrying. So you're, again, you should actually really think highly of yourself and how far along you have evolved as a spiritual being, because everything that you're experiencing, all this purge and discomfort, is because you have done so much evolution that spiritual evolution. You've done adequate human evolution. I mean, look at how far we've come as humans. This cat is playing with a clip, and it is being the most obnoxious. Hey, hey. I see you. I'm gonna get this cat in a minute. Such a punk. I'm sorry. Okay. Everything that you went through, all this discomfort, this purging, is because you have done a lot of spiritual evolution and you're getting on a higher level of ascension. A lot of you are experiencing this. Everyone and their brother that I have talked to today before I recorded this has experienced this. You're not alone in it. Definitely reach out. Allow yourself to become unglued. It's more than acceptable. Something amazing is about to happen, and I really want you to affirm it by speaking only positively about yourself and your future. Speak unapologetically about everything that you want. All right. You're pretty magical. I really hope you understand that. What am no. The Wildwood Tarot. All right, let's see what wants to come out. By the way, I found a studio from my friend Michelle, and I'm going to be starting my podcast. One of my friends is giving me a camera to use, and I need to get a laptop. I really do. I haven't had one in like a year or two. But I need to get a laptop so I can connect it to, I guess, a live stream, because I want to start off with at least a bi-weekly podcast. And that cat, swear to God. His name's Handsome, but I always call him mildly cute at best. All right, Spirit, what do you want to tell the collective? Okay, you. The Wolf. King of Stones, which is the Wolf. Where are you? Whew. You're coming back into Soul Group. You're reuniting with a lot of people you have not either seen in this lifetime or that you have not seen in years. But this is Soul Group and Council. What are you doing? And we have the Ace of Vessels. Your heart is going to be doing a ton of healing, and there's going to be a lot of compassion and support that you're getting from your peers, either social or spiritual peers. It's going to be a highly positive emotional time. Don't isolate yourself and don't shut off the world. Don't go into hermit mode. This is more than doing this for like a half hour to an hour. Don't close off everything for extended periods of time. You're going to be breaking old coping mechanisms and patterns. But you're getting a lot of support from people of the past who are coming back into your life, whether from this life or a previous life. And it's going to be a highly charged emotional time for you, and I want you to embrace it because this is amazing things that you're walking into. All right, Spirit, let's finish this off with a note on love. Oh, shoot. It's almost a half hour. All right. Sorry about the length. I know, it's probably frustrating. But you get lost in time with these things, which is why I need an entire day to do the astrological reads. I used to be able to do them for a few minutes. Not so much anymore. Divine timing, let go of control issues. So a lot of you, all right, so a lot of you know that you are going to be stepping into divine union with your counterparts. A lot of you have been counting on that. That's been around the collective board through various readers that I've seen and through a lot of the personal readings that I've seen. I don't remember the details of those, and nor would I give that out. It would be, confidentiality thing. But I do know that a lot of you have been waiting for a divine counterpart and divine union coming into play. Stop trying to wait for all these actions to happen before you can step into it. You have a general idea of when this is coming in. Let it unfold naturally. Don't wait for all these little markers to be like, all right, now I can do this. Not the case at all. Let go of the reins. Let this take you where it needs to go. Let this take you where you are supposed to go. Divine timing is at play. And that actually trumps exactly what you are trying to do. So imagine how difficult it is to make two things cross each other's path at perfect time and place. You trying to micromanage the situation is not going to help, and nor can you do it. This is part of your contract. So let go and go have some fun. Let life happen with you. Okay? I'll talk to you all very soon for the New Year read. It has been an absolute blessing to meet all of you, to get to know you, to have all of you reach out, to interact with every single one of you, either on here or on social platforms or through email. Thank you all for showing up. I will see you again very soon. And until then, stay safe, have fun. Happy New Year's. I love you all.